Ragnarok. Arguably the best Ark map ever. From the burning deserts of Half Moon Lake to the ice-cold snow cave. Truly a beautiful map, but it's also kinda boring. So to change things up, I set all of my multipliers to 1,000 times. So let's see if I can beat it in 10 days. Stay tuned to find out, and wish me luck. Did I mention that the character multiplier is also set to 1,000? I mean, the man doesn't even fit in the frame.
Why you bully me?
I decided to spawn in Jungle 1. And I couldn't even load in before I had 100 levels at my disposal. Holy shit! 100 levels already? Haven't even killed anything yet. I decided to test my damage by hitting a parasol, but it killed me. That means I basically dealt more damage to myself than I dealt to the parasol. I gathered some resources so it wouldn't hurt when I hit trees and punched parasols. I crafted up a pickaxe and learned some engrams. Until a Pago hit me for 250,000 damage. Yeah, the creatures in this challenge are kinda insane. The Pago was also level 1120 if you didn't notice. I gathered some more resources and pumped my last levels. I put them all into HP because if that Pago one-hitted me, then who knows what a Giga could do to me. Then I tried to kill a trike with a pickaxe and I was able to one-hit it. Remember, the wild dino levels in this challenge is also set to 1,000. So I don't know how I could one-hit that trike. I then crafted an insane amount of arrows. I decided to go test my new damage. 35,000 damage? Bro, how are you not dead? I then found out how much health creatures in this challenge has. Great. So there's 2 of you now. The second one luckily wasn't as tanky as the first one. I let this dino take a bite out of my forehead. Cause when I respawned, I would have max health. When I respawned, I decided to pick a fight with a Therizino. At the time, I didn't know how much health it had. Come here, boy. Please die. Oh my god. Yeah, that's the scariest thing that's ever happened to me. I took its claws because I was probably gonna need them for the boss fight. Stay tuned to see that, by the way. I crafted a mortar and pestle and a foundation, and then placed them down. I dumped some narco berries and rotten meat into the mortar and pestle. I then crafted a slingshot and went to check out how much Torpor it dealt. Holy shit! What level is that thing? Oh, only 120. Wait, is that a Carno? It was in fact a Carno, and now I tried to knock it out. 2-shot it. Oh fuck. 68k damage? What the hell? 760? Decent health, decent melee too. The Carno was knocked out in 2 hits and it had pretty good melee and pretty good health. Oh, it's tamed. I got some materials for a forge because the Carno saddle cost metal. Back at base, I placed a forge and put some metal in it. I tamed a Lifestroke because the Carno wanted a friend. Then I remembered that the XP multiplier is also set to 1,000, so I leveled the Carno. I mean, that health is insane, but it will probably never reach max health. I now had enough metal for a smithy, so of course I crafted it. Smithy acquired. Nice. I got some more metal because I needed 30 metal for the Carno saddle. But I don't think 1 forge is gonna cut it. Yeah, this should be enough. I knocked out this tickle chicken with 1 shot, by the way. The reason I wanted Theris was because the dragon deals less damage to herbivores. But a level 200 isn't gonna cut it. I found this other one and tried to knock it out. But then some combies came and ruined the fun.
Boom, bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow.
720? Oh, that's pretty good. Max level is 1200, by the way. I tamed the beast and soon went back to base. We managed to get back to base without any tomfoolery. Well, except for the fact that the Kano was not there. I mean, it didn't die, so it's probably just under the map or something. I made a new rule that stated, once I'd settled a creature, I could use the refill stats command one time. So I leveled the Therizino, settled it, and refilled its stats. The Theri turned out insanely powerful. I mean, 86k damage is kinda insane. I went out to find the Theri a breeding partner. I mean, the game must have really liked me, cause it started raining with Theris. I decided to see if I could tame the Theri, but yeah, it was not that good. But then some pesky raptors tried to kill me. Oh no, there's raptors. Luckily, I got away without them aggroing. But wait, is that raptors I'm hearing? Oh fuck, that is definitely raptors. Luckily, I was able to take them both down. I decided to make a flag set, but while collecting the metal, my Theri aggroed to something, who decided to destroy my entire base. But luckily, my Theri saved the day. I placed down a bed and made some flag. With the flag set now crafted, my character was looking kinda stupid. Bro, look at his face!
Why you bully me?
But the new set of flag didn't last very long. I tickled a Dilo to death and got killed by a raptor while trying to find a PT. I sniped this PT out of the air with a slingshot, by the way. They call me the Slingshot King for a reason. It's only level 440, but it's okay. But we're definitely gonna have to tame a better one later. Later being 2 seconds after I tamed the first one. I tamed the PT, but I was too lazy to name it. I flew out with the new PT to get some crystal for spiders. I also had a pretty scary encounter with a raptor, but it was no match for my PT. I saw this level 1080 Therizino and tried to tame it. But for some reason I wasn't the Slingshot King anymore. But then, out of the blue, some degenerates tried to attack me. Luckily my PT was a beast, cause I couldn't have killed them myself. I then finally hit a shot on the Theri. But what I didn't account for was that all of the Theris were gonna aggro me. The Theris chased me all around the beach, but I found a better one, so I tried to tame that one instead. But my PT was out of stamina, right next to a raptor, and a lot of angry Theris. I managed to flee the scene, but I still kinda needed the Theri. I hit the Theri again, but it couldn't get up to me. I then killed the raptors and could safely knock out the Theri. Once I finally knocked it out, I put some berries in its inventory, and it was tamed. I put the 2 on breeding, made a fabricator, placed down a generator, and made some air conditioners. But of course, as soon as I was done, a seagull one-hitted my entire base. I crafted some more air conditioners and hatched 2 eggs. Both of them had the good health, but none of them had the good melee. I decided to tame this high-level Megatherium for the snow cave. I didn't have cryopod yet, so I had to walk the Megatherium all the way back to base. Yeah, that wasn't the most fun experience ever. But the Megatherium wasn't meant to be. I decided that it was finally time to go for the artifacts. Artifact of the Strong was the closest to base, so I started off with that. But when I entered the artifact room, the artifact wasn't there. I guess the insane multipliers might have gotten the artifact to despawn. I unfortunately had to spawn in the artifact. I really hope this isn't the same for every artifact. I then decided to go for artifact of the Devious. But when I reached the bottom, this artifact also wasn't there. I then, once again, had to spawn in the artifact. But on the way home, I managed to barrel roll and open my inventory at the same time, so I lost all of my items. Back at base, I knocked out a PT and went out to get the rest of the artifacts. When grabbing Artifact of the Strong for the second time, the artifact finally decided to spawn. I did some Theri breeding, hatching, and racing in the span of about 2 seconds. I went out to grab Artifact of the Devious once again, but this time I wasn't as lucky. The third cave is notorious for being really hard to find. But finally, after years of searching, I found the cave entrance. Of course the artifact wasn't there, so I spawned in Artifact of the Massive. You know what else is massive? Then I flew all across the map, just to get Artifact of the Skylord. while I speed through the footage of me getting the artifact, just let me tell you about this. Artifact of the Skylord is probably the hardest artifact in all of Ragnarok. It requires you to swim through mazes underwater. But when I finally got to the artifact, it wasn't there. I then quickly made my way up to the surface again. I spawned in the artifact and quickly made my way to the next artifact. Time for Artifact of the Hunter? Wait. Well, there's nothing to do about it, so let me just explain it then. After that, I wanted to go for Artifact of the Clever. I made a sick barrel roll through the Wyvern Trench and into the cave. I honestly didn't know how I wasn't killed. Anyways, when I got to the artifact, it of course wasn't there. I kept searching around the cave until a wyvern scared the crap out of me. Oh fuck. I escaped the wyvern and spawned in the artifact.
Whaley then proceeded to search for the artifact entrance for the next 10 minutes.
When I finally found the artifact, I went in, grabbed the artifact and flew out again. If you've been wondering where I put all of my artifacts, I just dumped them all in my smithy. Soon after, I went into the next cave. Little did I know, I was about to use 1 hour of my life trying to find the 2 artifacts. The 2 artifacts in this cave are Artifact of the Cunning and Artifact of the Immune. Let's just take a moment to appreciate how beautiful this cave is. I mean, this is probably my favorite cave in all of Ragnarok. Just being in this cave makes me feel like I'm ascending. Well, enough yapping, let me pull out a torch so you can see. I finally found the first artifact, Artifact of the Cunning. I grabbed the artifact and went out to get Artifact of the Immune. If anyone knows what this is, write it in the comments. I finally got to the room that the artifact was supposed to be in, but of course it wasn't there. I then spent 20 minutes trying to get out of the cave, but sadly, I was unsuccessful. So I had to go into ghost mode. Bye bye, unnamed Pteranodon. I wanted to go down, but unfortunately, a Carno had aggroed me. You can't see the Carno because it's under the rock. I tranked out this Diplo so its unconscious body would be a blockade for the cave entrance. I jumped down and went over the Diplo and inside the cave. I quickly looked behind me and saw that the Carno had followed me into the cave. Fortunately though, my NyQuil-infused arrow put it to sleep. Guess the Diplo wasn't fat enough? I flew back to base and dumped the artifacts in my smithy. I had to spawn in Artifact of the Pack because you have to be 2 people to beat the snow cave. I kinda wanted to test if I could beat the boss with a 1 theory. While we wait for the boss terminal to open up, let me tell you about today's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. No, I'm just kidding. But in all seriousness, if you made it this far, thank you so much. I really want to make more long-form content like this, so if you like it, remember to drop a like and subscribe with notifications on so you will see my next video when that drops. But now, I'm gonna make a sick montage of killing the boss. Thank you all so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye bye.